Hi there everyone, and welcome to another Fortify video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a game mode called Dominion, which I think is probably one of the most hardest game modes to forge. So we're playing some Halo 4 today, but we are playing on an old Halo 3 map called Valhalla. But it's Ragnarok today. So what is Dominion? We have to basically, as I say in the game mode label, you've got to capture, fortify and resupply bases to win. So I've already started off making one, so we should get a good idea of what to do today. Right, so here we are. I've got your base terminal here, you've got your barricades, your turrets, even a vehicle pad, okay? Even a shield protecting the base. But it's basic and we could probably do a little bit better. But first I'm just going to show you how I made them all interact with each other. So once you capture this thing, all the rest of it activates. Right, so here we'll start off with the base terminal itself. I'm just going to duck my head out of the way for this bit. Actually, hold on. You can still hear me, but I'm just going to turn off my camera. Right, so you start with the spawn sequence. Now if it's so in Dominion, you got Alpha, Bravo and Charlie, I think. If it's spawn sequence 1, it's Alpha. If it's 2, it's Bravo. If it's 3, it's Charlie. Make sure you set it to game specific, true. And the game type label down here, just like what I did for my invasion video. The game type label is the most important thing. You need to select it to DOM base, which just tells the game this is a base terminal for the Dominion game for this map. And make sure it's spawn sequence 1. Now to connect the turrets, what you got to do, make sure they're both spawn sequence 1 and click DOM turret, which will tell it is Alpha Base's turrets, okay? And basically you do the same for the vehicle pad. It's DOM VPad and spawn sequence 1. Make sure everything is game specific true today, okay guys? And again, same for the shield, but it's DOM shield, and everything on Alpha Base is spawn sequence 1. And again for the barricades, which is DOM fortify, okay? So in a moment I'm going to be building another one right over there, okay? But there are just a couple more things we could probably do to make it look a bit more better. Now Dominion has its own set of menus in Halo 4, as you see all here. So what I'd like to do is we need to put some like status monitors on and everything. I'm sure everyone who has played Dominion knows that the bases have monitors and everything telling them what they do. So to make your monitor you need Dominion big screen, game specific true, and spawn sequence 1, okay? And just put a couple in. Don't want to be too sparse about it. I'm going to pop one in under here as well, so we just have, bring the underside of this base into it as well, okay? Right, and because I duplicated object, I didn't need to put all of that out again. So now what we need is some turret monitors. So if we just put one here, so it's spawn sequence 1, game specific true, and if we just go backwards here, it's Dominion screen. So turrets are Dominion screen and monitors are Dominion big screen, okay? So make sure that is set to just screen if it's a turret monitor, okay? And pop it in. Make sure everything is there. There you go. You have your turret monitors that are for Alpha Base. Oh, right, so what we have here for the vehicle pad is we just have the Banshee, but in the normal Valhalla base we have like the Warthogs and all of that. So let's put a couple, well, what should we have? Goshawk? Or should we just have a normal Warthog? I just got to double check how this is put on, like that. And I'm just going to pop us onto normal mode today. And we'll have a cooldown of about what would be a suitable cooldown for a warthog? Shall we say 60 seconds? I reckon that'll be good enough. Spawn sequence 1, game specific true, and VPAD. So now you can have a warthog at your base. And just because we want to have it fun, we'll pop a couple in. Okay. Then over here, because we usually have a wraith on here, don't we? Am I right in saying we have a wraith on here? Well, if I'm not, my version has a wraith. Yeah, I just got to make sure what way this is turned around, because sometimes I forget. It's quite easy to. And again on here, I think we'll have 100 seconds cooldown for the wraith before you can use it again. So if we just bob it back somewhere about there, spawn sequence 1, game specific true, and VPAD. So now once you captured Alpha Base, you get access to all these wonderful things. Okay? So that's just put some more things up like that. Now this is a very cool barricade, so I'm just gonna again pop another one of these in. But to be honest, I'm not sure where I'm gonna put them. So to be honest, I'm just gonna leave them until we make the center base. Right, so let's have a little look. We want to now decorate your base. So use the wide range of decorative tools that they have given you. So for the, what's it called, base stripes, you want Dominion Deca, or decorations basically. Game specific true, spawn sequence 1. So now they have a cool animation once you've captured the base, okay? Like so. They're going to be like that, so you're going to have to crawl under it to open it up. I'll tell you what might be even better, just to really make it actually cool. We'll put them on the man cannons, so you can't actually access the man cannons until you've captured the base. Okay? So this is just my version of a map here. Alright, there we go. So we've almost finished building Alpha Base now, but there's an antenna I'd like to put in, because when I was fiddling about with this earlier, the antennas, I quite like the look of once you've built them. They don't look too good at the moment, but again, Dominion decoration, and just place it wherever you feel like it's necessary. Okay. Right, so there you have it. We got some visuals now. So you want to try to decorate your base with, well, I said visuals, which just make it act more better, I guess. So if we do something like, it's not like that, but it kind of gets in the way, and I have not put that down, have I? Right, let's just alter that to normal and pop it in there. Okay, so it doesn't actually look like it's connected to anything at the moment, so I think we're just going to leave the decorations for today, like all of this. Well, there you have it. That is how I've built Alpha Base. So now let's go and head on over to Bravo Base, or the lake base, whatever you want to call it. So you see, this is what you start off with when you go into the Valhalla map. So you would delete all of this because you're going to have vehicle pads instead. So just, even the mongooses you can delete. Alright, there we go. So let's put in a terminal, because we need one, okay? You can't build a Dominion map without the base terminal, otherwise nothing else works. Okay, right, so you get spawn sequence 2 now, because this is Bravo Base. So you have Dominion Base. And there you have the terminal where you can start building your base. And immediately, straight after you've done that, put some turrets in. To start off, you want Dominion turret, game specific true, but this time it's spawn sequence 2, because this is Bravo Base. So again on the other side, And also, while you're making your Dominion map, make it fair. You can't have one base that has an extra thing and the other one that doesn't, because that's just not going to be fair now, is it? So make sure it is fair, okay? So I've just got to remember what one I put on for the alpha base. So again, we got another shield here. There's spawn sequence 2, game specific true, and Dom shield. Okay. So you just duplicate that, because I've got some round here at the front of the base as well. I'm going to have to turn that round. It's very, very fiddly. Like so. You have it just on the inner part of the entrance, just so it doesn't show any of the other part of the shield, because that's actually in the base. And there you go. You've got a nice little shield protecting the entrances. Remember, these shields though don't actually protect it forever. If you start battering it, it will just go down. So now we want the vehicle pad for the Banshee. So what I want to do for the Banshee is I just want to pop it in normal mode, because it gets a bit hard to use it in standard phase mode. So you want spawn sequence 2, game specific true, and VPad. There you have it. So just make it look nice. There's your VPad. Right, as you see here, I've put the turrets the wrong way around. Don't do that, because you'll end up, the turrets won't be shooting at the right thing. So you want facing outwards on the ramp. Like that. And we'll just make sure we do that again. I can't believe I did that. And there you have it. Right, so I know this looks quite easy at the moment, but I insist you stay to the end of the video, because Charlie base is going to be the hardest to build. You know why? Because it's in the middle. It's going to be the one that is fiercely contested over. So we'll get to that eventually, but let's just continue finishing building Bravo base. Okay, so now we have finished building Bravo base. It's all ready to go. Just going to remove the drop there. Alright, so now we go to Charlie base, which is dead center of the map. Okay, so this is where the rocket spawns and everything. So I'm hoping Charlie has to be like all on here, on this hillside. Okay. But we have a problem. Before we start building anything like that, we need to actually build some sort of base, because let's be honest, it's going to be quite easy for them to get in and out of it. So that's where scenery comes in, or object. Let's have a quick little look around. Right, so let's use scenery. We'll use some barricades to make it look like it is a base. And remember, because this is on the middle part now, it is going to be like, well, you need to make sure it's everywhere for everyone to get equally. So we're just going to, it's only going to be a small base and nothing more. Like this, really. Just something nice and simple. Just putting some barriers around it. to make it easier for people to go in and out. It's about to remove all spawning points inside the area, because as you see they're neutral, when we don't want like some random enemy showing up in a base that you won't. So make sure they are all neutral. And look, there's a natural barrier here, so we don't need to put anything there. Okay, so that is alright. It's only small, but you don't need anything too big. Right, so now, should we get a sandbag maybe? I'm not sure, or are we overdoing it a bit? I don't know. We'll leave it like that for now. Right, so now let's go back to Dominion. We want base terminal, dead center here, spawn sequence 3. So I'm just going to turn off camera again so you can see what I'm doing. Game specific true and DOM base. There you go. Right, so now we have 2 turrets left. So we're going to need to make sure it's fair. So whatever side owns it, they're going to have at least 1 turret firing on the other side's people. Okay? So we need to put 1 turret here. Again, make sure it is spawn sequence 3. And then we need 1 turret over here. So the base actually extends out a bit more than the standard base, okay? So there you have it, that turret is shown up. Actually, we're just going to check the spawn sequence on it. Just going to make sure it's just 1 so that you can build them pretty much as soon as they're dead. So I'm just going to make sure it is the same over at Bravo base as well, because Alpha base is all like it. There we go. Right, so there is the start of our main base. And you see you got both turrets pointing at least one way. So we want barricades now for the people who are trying to defend the base, something like that, from the outer parts, if that makes sense. Alright, so if I put a winged upgrade barricade here, make sure it's spawn sequence 3, and I want to make sure that Charlie base is the hardest to get into, because it's dead center, isn't it? You want to make sure it's hard make it worthwhile for the people who actually got it in the first place. So just have something, oh dear, something simple like this around the outside, where it can just be barricaded up and give the people defending the base from the inside a better chance of prevailing. Seems just having one down in the water here. Okay. Right, so now we got that, let's get some base stripes on. So again, you want Dominion decoration, specific true, spawn sequence 3. So I'm not sure where I'm actually going to put these base stripes, but at the moment I think I just have them hovering above the base terminal itself, because they have a really cool animation once you've captured the base. Ooh, what am I doing here? That's better. Okay, there you go. Look, that's a bit wonky, isn't it? Right, we're going to need to get our height right, and same back there. What am I doing? There we go. I think we're just going to leave the base stripes. They're not really working there. So we want the base status monitor as well, because it's sort of like the makeshift base that's out in the open. So this should give you a bit of, like, it's hastily set up. Right, so remember, the base monitor is big screen and the turret is just screen. Okay. Right, so base turret. I'm going to have the small turret monitor now. So we want just screen, game specific, and spawn sequence 3. Okay? It's just nice and simple like that. Just not really the best base that you could have, but it's pretty much the best we could get for a base that was, well, it's pretty hard to make. It's on a blooming hill. But we've done the best we can here, and just putting the last decorations in now, and then we're going to go and test it and make sure everything works out fine and it's not a pain to play on. Okay, look at that, there we go, we have Charlie base there. And note there's no like vehicles that will spawn there because it's a bit too hard to put them in, and I think it'll probably will be better if they're not in. Okay, right, so we'll just save and we'll test.
Game over. Victory.
Okay, so here we are. Let me just run down the specific game options quickly. You can check what how many points you get for capturing a base, how many you get for fortifying and resupplying the base as well. Oh, I've done something there. Right, so that's where you get all there. So you get the spawn location only in bases, so determines where players spawn. So I'm not sure, we'll leave it like that for now. Alright, so let's have a little check of our map that we've made. So I was pretty surprised to find out that 343 hadn't actually made Valhalla or Ragnarok into a Dominion map. So I was thinking to myself, well, it'd be quite awesome to have Valhalla as a Dominion map. So I just went in and had a look, changed all the bases up, and now you have it. Right, so let's see if it will work, shall we? So we'll start off at Alpha Base and go round and have a look at them and see they all work properly. So look, there you go. All the bases there, A, B and C. But first, let's just see if A will work. So you capture it. Right, so it's capturing. It will take 13 seconds to capture. And you see all the turret monitors here. And terminal. 3, 2, 1. There you go, the base is captured. Do you see that? That's opened up now. So base stripes. Yeah. It's quite well that. That looks good as well. And then you have the satellite as well. I told you it looks good. So there you have it there. And now Alpha has been fortified. And the turrets are up and the barricades are up as well. Look at that. You've got a nice little barricade here. Everything there. And now look, the turret monitors have came online. And it says the resupplying is working as well, which is brilliant. So we're just going to stay at Alpha for another 20 seconds while it resupplies. So I'm just going to have a look at what it supplies us with. Look, all the warthogs aren't facing the right way, so we'll have to make sure that is okay for next time. So that's why you need to test, because sometimes it won't work, and that's when you need to do something like this to make sure it's okay. Right, so it says Alpha's resupplied, but I haven't actually put any resupply points in, so that's not actually going to work. Right, so let's pilot a Banshee. There you go. And we'll head over to C. Okay. So now we're here at C. We're gonna see if C can be built and works all properly. I'm pretty sure that Bravo will be the same as well. So we're gonna make sure that Charlie works, because I'm pretty sure that Bravo is gonna work the same as Alpha. 2, 1. There you go. Right, that's base captured, and all the satellite is coming up and everything. And you got the fortifying as well. So the monitors came online now.
Charlie, always fortified. Defend at all costs.
Right, so we're going to see if the turrets come up as well, and the fortifications. 3, 2, 1. Right. So they're up and running, and so are all the barricades as well. So I like these barricades because you can hide yourself inside them, give the enemy a nasty scare. You got one down here as well, which could be used as quite a good forward facing point. But there you have it. So that is Dominion, and if I capture B, it will say that we win. But that is Dominion for you, and that is how you make a game mode for it. So I hope this tutorial was okay for you guys, and you've learned how to build the bases on here and everything like all that. So thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.